How structural is the problem, Olaf?
I think it's very structural because we have been building these supply chains for decades, these global supply chains. And as I pointed out earlier, I think the whole focus has been on lean, has been on just in time. And supply chains need predictability and they need stability to work well on a global scale. But we have seen none of that over the last 2 years. And these conflicts and these disruptions keep piling on, and we just seem to not be able to catch up quickly.
And so when you hear people say, and I'm sure within your community, a lot of people will be doing their analysis on when this ends or eases, you say what? Because I think the timeline over there has been moving. You've heard a lot of moving targets. First it was end 2022, now it's end 2020. First it was end 2021, now it's end 2022, mid part of 2023. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little bit, how big is a house, right? I do think it's something that is going to take some time, just because the scale of what's happening and also the unpredictability of a potential next variant that's coming into play, how countries will react in terms of their policies. We see in China now potentially an easing of the zero COVID strategy, where they're moving away from blanket rules to much more targeted individual restrictions to contain the virus. So I think there's a lot of unpredictable measures, but also even if you think about things like shipping capacity that's severely constrained, you can't just order a new vessel and have it online next month. It's going to take time for some of this to actually create the additional buffers and capacity that we need to deal with these shocks.
So again, when you say it'll take some time for things to ease, how much time, your sense?
I think it's going to take at least a year or two before we get to some sort of level of control. And that is assuming that we're not going to see any major further disruptions. But evidence has shown in the past that these disruptions are increasing, and the latest one being the Ukraine-Russia conflict.